Hey, good evening, I'm here. It is 12:52 on Sunday night / Monday morning, December 11th, 10th, 11th. I have been out of it this whole weekend. I don't know how I streamed on Friday, because, it's too loud. Yeah, if you could just hear my voice, I've been sick. I've still been sick. I'm feeling a bit better now, but, I had stuff to catch up on, so I wasn't able to start streaming till now. There's stuff to talk about, but I will save it for another time. I can already tell you I'm not streaming tomorrow. There's a Twitch blackout tomorrow, so I'm not streaming. You could look that up elsewhere. But I'm here tonight. We're gonna do more Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. And yeah, that's where we are. Hey, Ephraim. Hey, EV2. Got a question. Is the Apollo Justice Trilogy coming out this month? Next month. Comes out next month, and there is going to be a physical edition of it in America. I will probably get it, but I'm not going to be playing that right away, because I'm going to be doing the Edgeworth games first. Hey, V2, how you doing? Thank you, I am improving a bit. I think I'm mostly just not... I'm not sick now, it's just mostly the leftover, like, crap still in my throat and nose, so it's a little weird. The worst part is that I had to do an actual, like, voiceover job tonight. Not an audition, like an actual job. So, I really had to be very scrutinizing about how I sounded. Thankfully, I'm a day early with it, so we gotta... I could revise it tomorrow if I need to. If the client is not satisfied with it. Anyway, second case, Crime exhibit. They're showing off stuff, and a phantom thief named Mask de Mask, which I didn't find the shine sound effect for. Damn it. A thief named Mask de Mask apparently stole the urn. And now we're going to investigate it, apparently. No murder has occurred, as far as we know here. And also, Maya says that Phoenix is not photogenic, and he gets upset. Good, did it. Got over the number they wanted for picking items for customers. Oh, nice, good. Alright, we've already exhausted everything here, so I stopped in the middle of this because I was just, you know, it was 3 hours in. I will go to 4 tonight, just to make sure we get 3 hours, but... yeah, I'm still gonna be a little low energy here, unfortunately. October 12th, Lordly Taylor, Main Exhibition Hall. Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. Also, yeah, PNG Tuber, I'll aim to debut it Tuesday. I may wait I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. But it doesn't look like anything's been disrupted. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh? Yeah, you can't poke around here, pal! Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again. It's you, and I'm the one who should be saying not again! Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't there other detectives here? Barely remember that song just now. Oh, the department store song? Yeah, you don't hear it a ton. You only hear it this chapter. You improved a lot in under 2 weeks. Nice. Cool, cool. I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that! What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here Alright, we got it. Why don't you two just kiss and make up already? If Karma was here right now. He'd be over the moon at that line. Hello, it's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. There's a good chance for you to try to remember it right. And if it's too long for you, you could just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick. Yeah, good to see you again too, I guess. Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened? Oh, you're trying to remember my name. Atta girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called a sacred urn. I know about that. Oh, well, the criminal's name is Mask de Mask. I know about that, too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sorta kinda owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night at around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. The scene of the crime? You mean here, right? Wrong. The urn was being kept under the guardhouse in the basement warehouse, known as Common Mask in Japan. Yeah, because common is Japanese for mask. Basement warehouse, huh? So who was guarding the basement warehouse? That guy! It's all his fault that the thief got away, pal! He solves one case and gets a swelled head, thinking that he's an ace detective. Ace detective? More like... No, I'm not gonna... I ain't gonna say that meme out loud, don't worry. So why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So, what's he like? Well, I told you, Mask to Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back. Wow, that is impressive. All by himself? Yeah, gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he's really as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men out on a stakeout. But none of us have ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy. Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief. Ace Defective, yes, but also there's another version of that. If there's a fan-made version of that scene from Persona 3, and Yukari says some very offensive stuff, and it's kind of a meme to just say the Ace Detective part and then cut it off at that. Anyways, at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues. Speaking of Persona 3 Reload, in what, 2 months? I'll have to, I might be streaming that if Atlas doesn't impose its crazy streaming regulations on it. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Mask to Mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Mask to Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. I'm gonna turn this down just a little more because I'm peeking still. Ah, not peeking now, am I? No. Good. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. Is that a reference to the, last case with Adrian in it? But underneath those disguises is the true Mask to Mask. So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time. What? You knew they were planning on stealing the sacred urn? Of course I did. Guy always sends a calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. So what's this calling card? Here it is. But don't show it to anyone, pal. It's top secret, okay? What's this mark on the front? That's Mask to Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them. They didn't mention that on the news flash. We're withholding that detail for the... We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we could tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem. Sent before a heist, the emblem is a top secret. That makes sense. When you get famous, there'll always be imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday. Thanks, I guess. Here, take a look at my attorney's badge. Are you still showing that cheap little thing off? A real man keeps his mouth shut and carries a suave police badge, pal. What about this? Sorry, pal. I didn't get much sleep last night and my brain's not really working right. Somehow, I don't think sleep would really fix the problem. Hey, keep it down. You might have a real good hearing for all you know. And he might get mad if he heard. I could hear everything you're saying, pal. To be honest, pal, something bugs me here. What's that? All the other items that were stolen by Mask to Mask were ones even I had heard of. They were all world-famous treasures. The Tear of Amenon, the Tear of Amenon, or the Crown of Bongora. The Sacred Urn of Khurine is famous too, right, Pearly? Of course, everyone in Khurine Village knows about it. Sounds like we've got an unpredictable thief on our hands. This the security at Lordly Taylor, I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasures of Quran exhibit. Take good care of that speckled urn, won't you? Yours truly, Mask de Mask. Speckled urn. Remember, don't tell anyone about that emblem, okay, pal? Does the thief ever send these to police? No, always to the victims. Up until now, the victims have always come to us looking for help, though. That's not what happened this time, you mean? You got that right, pal. Listen up, if you guys ever get one of these calling cards, I want you to come to us right away. Got me? Yeah, sure. Well, the police forgot to shout, "Stop right there, criminal scum," so of course he didn't stop. Pretty goofy looking face, if you ask me. Hey! What are you doing carrying that around with you anyway? It's not like we'll ever need it. She has a good point. Oh, that's Miss Mia Fey. She truly was a beautiful person, pal. Huh? You knew her? You knew my sis? Sure. Everybody in the police force knew her. We all lost a great friend that day. Mr. Scruffy Detective. I just got something in my eye. I'm not crying. What about this person? Sorry, pal. I didn't get my... Oh, yeah, okay. Same exact... Doesn't really know people, this case. Oh, he's even saying that about himself. Mask de Mask. Age... A flashy thief who steals valuable works of art. Sends a calling card before the heist. Isn't it kind of mean to arrest her own sister and accuse her of murder? Well, to be fair, she was the suspect at the time. I've been on this guy's tail ever since the first heist, pal. Yeah, you're doing a really great job, I can see. Oh! Listen, pal, if you want to jump high, first you gotta crouch down, right? I'm a little frustrated right now, but it'll make it that much sweeter when I catch him. Anyway, that's what I keep telling myself every day. Well, good luck, Mr. Detective Dick. I believe in you. Aw, ain't you sweet. You're the only one that's ever said that. Only one? It's kind of sad if you think about it. I mean, if he knows the victim that well, yeah. Oh, it's the same, same exact stuff. They haven't changed that. October 12th, Lordly Taylor, Basement Warehouse. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. Number 15. Haunted Basement Warehouse. That's probably because it's air-conditioned, to protect the art pieces, you know? Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. Huh? What the heck does that mean? I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please, make yourself at home. Who are you, anyway? Shh! Silence! Now I see, it's all becoming clear. What do you see? Zvati! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium, neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong? Yikes, that's scary. How did you know that? How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I'm a traveler of both time and space and a swimmer of dreams. What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it. Without further ado, let me fulfill what should have been the first duty of any gentleman. And introduce myself. The name is Atme. Luke Atme. Ace Detective. Oh, hi. Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of. Why is that in green? The name's Wright. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. Title drop! The only time he does that in the entire series, I think. I'm Maya Fey. Ace Spirit Medium. He was thinking? Yeah, but that was Maya saying that. And I'm, Pearl Fey. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin, and I'm Spirit Medium Ace Apprentice. Excellent. Well then, shall we begin our little game? Game? Why does the phrase "one short of a baker's dozen" come to mind with this guy? So are you really as famous as you say? Of course, for a lawyer you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. And I had no idea there was anyone left in this city who had not heard at me. Look at me! I am Mask the Mask's arch-enemy and the ace detective. Look at me! At this moment there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light. Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I have been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Magina, to the crime scene. Sorry, I had to burp. I did it all by myself. I took it back from mask to mask, with my brawny mind and brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned it on the news and Great People Around Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much. So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Oh, tell us what you know about Mask the Mask, and keep it simple, please. Like about how I've devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds. Last night here in the bowels of the store, we were locked in a most glorious battle. I see. Huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here? In Lordly Taylor? Naturally, wherever Damask goes, you will find out me laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps? More like Damask out-eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. Can you tell us exactly what happened last night? But of course, after all, I always say, there should be no secrets between aces. After all, we don't find anyone attractive. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. Wow. Nice dig at his nose there, Phoenix. Figuratively, not literally. I first received the request for my services about 20 days ago. The fuck? Hey. Like you come in, that's the first thing you say. And it was about 10 days ago that we received Master Mask's calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. Mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized. The calling card arrived, right? Yes, indeed. So a detective, that I am, I set a trap for the thief right there in the warehouse. And we waited for him. Alone. I got stuck in mother-in-law convo hell. Ah! Pour one out for your time. You didn't miss much. Did you see the end of the other stream where the urn got stolen? We just went and we're talking to the detective now. That's all that happened in the last 20 minutes. Alone? Just wanted a Fanta? Oh, I could go for a Fanta right now. Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from such a singularly loose group of nincompoops? You know what? Fair. Fair at me. Fair. You got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let Damask get away. Hello, G-Man. How you doing? I always operate alone and concealed, out of the sight of others. Concealed? Precisely. Even the guards on duty here are unaware of my presence. Fantas are good, especially pineapple Fantas. I had orange, and it was okay, but man, pineapple Fanta is where it's at. Corn, yeah. Not your first playthrough, I got it from the title, eh? Nope. I just was in the mood to stream these this year, so I was like, I'll buy the trilogy and replay them. I haven't played most of this game since it first came out, though. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. It's my original proverb. My own original proverb. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came to that entrance. I have gone back and replayed individual cases from this game previously. But I've never replayed the Edgeworth games, so when I eventually stream those two next, that's going to be like re-experiencing those for the first time. Because outside the major plot points, I forget a lot of that game. A lot of those two games. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared. But that's impossible! How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. I mean, it would be a devilish coincidence to me just be talking about that. Yeah, I know. I know what's coming up. For someone who seriously messed up his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. You need to tell me what's up with... You'll see, don't worry. You'll see in about 30 minutes, if I'm guessing correctly here. So you're saying that even though no one came through those doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose? That's just not possible. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful, but I have no interest saved out of finding the evidence against my arch-rival. Nah, it's okay. Nick's just a bit of a piddling evidence hog. That's his defense style. A piddling evidence hog, you say? In that case, I'd simply be wasting my breath. Yeah, I guess you're right. Thanks, Maya. Why couldn't you have said I was a rival, not a piddling evidence hog? No fear, young lady. I promise I shall retrieve your urn. Thank you, Detective Atme. I'm counting on you. The final round between Detective Luke Atme and Mask the Mask is set to begin. Oh, I messed it up twice. Yeah, if you came in late, his name is Luke Atme. Luke Atme. There's still something funny about this guy. Yeah, but don't forget he managed to retrieve the treasure from the last heist. Yes, I even have a video that details my role in the whole affair. I recorded it directly from the news on TV. Can I interest you in a copy? No thanks. Mask the Mask's calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch-rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top-secret piece of information. Well, we've got an ace lawyer, an ace spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here. Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I don't know if I ever really want this guy to like us, ever. Well, Sir Lawyer, I've been told that you two are pursuing this mysterious thief. Well, I'm not sure I would exactly say. That's right! We're going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent. I'll trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If perchance you should discover something of value, return then to my office. My Office of Earthly Delights, the Atme Detective Agency. Office of Earthly Delights? Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. Wait a minute. He's gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it, it's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I want to go to his office too. Take me with you, okay? Hey, Pearly, do you know what Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer. Stop all the downloading. A computer? Oh, I've heard of one of those. That's such a cute name. Looks like there's a computer for storing data from the security camera. If someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them. It's probably the trap that detective set up. Let's see if we can find last night's data on this thing. Might even find a photo of Mask the Mask. Let's see here. Let's see here? Let's see here. Man, I really stink at working these things. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot. I don't know how to pull up the photos. I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. So are you! Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway. How come Phoenix can manage to do that and not find the fucking photos? It's so weird. I guess you have to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick? Yeah, sure. Anyway, it looks like the camera only went off once last night. The camera went off around 1 AM on the scene the night of the crime. Also, again, if you just came in, I still have a stuffy nose and a messed up throat from being sick. I think I'm mostly over being sick, but I'm still, like, residually affected. Luke Atme, age 34. Good God, he is younger than me. An ace detective, has great powers of deduction, yet rarely makes sense. That pathetic-looking wooden box. Ah, that's the box that has the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on there. I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? That urn has always been in its stand on the winding way of Fey Manor. So there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Poor Maya. Maybe it'd have been better if Mask and Mask had taken the box, too. Or maybe you should just kept your mouth shut, Nick, when she said she made it. Asshole. Oh, Gumshoe's even younger than Luke. I just noticed that. He's 32. Phoenix Wright is 10 years younger than me. I am 36. Oh, Burr is still highlighted. Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again? Shichi Shito. It's literally 7-branched sword in Japanese. Or so says Miss Andrews. You're 31. Oh, that's nice. Welcome to your 30s. Whoa, it's pretty heavy. One hit, 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? Bet it'd sell like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me. Wow, you're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly. This sword. Wasn't Mystic Ami holding it last night? Ah. And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. Oh, that's Pearl saying that, whoops. You're right. Awesome, Pearly. I wouldn't expect any less from my little ace apprentice. The sword is bent, so that must mean... last night, someone used it somehow. Aha! I just thought of something. Maybe Detective Atme smashed Mask with it. Like this! Yo! What the heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. Oh man, my head. My hair! Ceremonial sword held in the hand of Ami Faye's statue wasn't bent before the crime. Shichi Shito. Gotta remember that word because it's very important. Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there? Looks like the door to the actual storeroom, unless you're from a culture like yours and you're super, super old. No! I mean, look, culture's a weird thing. What's scary is that there are only like 3 people between me and being the oldest person in this family. That's kind of scary when I think about it. There's not many people left older than me in my family. And I'm only 36, so there you go. I could see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. Oh, whoops. Organi. Look what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over here. I didn't do that. Well, I wasn't here last night. I would have noticed the color this outrageous. It's Danganronpa blood. Speaking of, if I get through this and the Pokemon DLC before the end of this month, I will be doing Danganronpa V3 after that. So we'll finally finish that up. Well then, you should have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you, it wasn't me. Oregano. Oregano! Looks like it's been several days since it was spilt. Hey, look at this. What is it? There's some kind of shape left in the bottom left side of this stain. Huh? You're right. I wonder what it could be. This statue of Mystic Ami is so cool. I want a gold statue myself. Maybe we could put it in the office. Hey, it's Wright and Company. How about a gold statue of me? Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange. Huh? What is it, Pearls? The statue of Mystic Ami. Was this where it was last night? Ah. I'm pretty sure it was closer to the door. Yeah, I think you're right. Great job, Pearly. I would expect nothing less from my ace cousin. So the statue was moved on the night of the crime. Statue of the founder of the crime channeling technique moved to the night of the crime. I already had that in my evidence. Wouldn't we... Phoenix, look at the box. Don't you notice the pink on it? So yeah, Pokemon... I just want to say this again now that there's more people here. No stream tomorrow. There's a Twitch blackout. If you want to learn more about that, just look up Twitch blackout on Twitter or whatever. I'm not going to stream tomorrow. I will be here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, Indigo Disc comes out quote-unquote Thursday, but knowing how the last DLC worked and how DLC releases work with Pokemon, it'll probably be out Wednesday night. So I'm thinking Wednesday will be Indigo Disc. And then Tuesday and Thursday will be Ace Attorney. We'll see. We'll see where I am, because I want to play Ace Attorney in a very specific way. I want to make sure that when I reach Case 4, that I'm starting a stream with that. I'm not doing that in the middle of a stream. Anyway, we've sucked up all the fun here. Hey, Nick, your cell phone's ringing. Hello, Phoenix Wright here. It's me, Gumshoe. Gumshoe, what is it? What's so funny? I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Gonna try sending the things tomorrow. I'm gonna spend tomorrow night doing the shopping. So, there you go. Finally, this underdog is an alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective's met his match. Yup, I finally caught him. Lock, stock, and barrel. There's no escape for him. You caught him? Are you saying... You captured Mask the Mask? Bingo! Well, actually, he surrendered. But I still got him. Mask the Mask surrendered? That's great. So when can we come by and pick up the Sacred Urn? Well, you see, I was gonna tell you. What, something wrong? Do you think you could swing by the detention center sometime? The detention center? He wants to talk to you. Mask the Mask, that is. What? He wants to talk to Nick? I'll be waiting for you, pal, so get over here soon. The detention center, huh? Yes, the detention center. We've already made that clear. Let me grab a drink. October 12th, detention center. Visitor's room. Hey, pal. Welcome to the detention center. You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you? Yup, after we got Mask the Met. Right, but, so where's the Sacred Urn? Oh, sorry about that, pal. Guess I didn't really think about it before. But you're the victim in this case. Huh? Well, I guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. You know, he's right, Nick. He is? He is? If you think about it real hard, we are the victims. Well, I guess so, in a way. Not to actually witch blackout, but don't worry, you're up to speed. Okay. I'm so used to thinking the victim is a dead person because we're always on murder cases. Excuse me? But anyway, I have to get the Sacred Urn back. Please, don't just ignore me! Who are you? I'm Mask the Mask? Okay. Hey, Nick, doesn't he look kind of, well, gangly? Rhonda Light, the famous Mask the Mask. I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a wet paper bag. Smile, you're on candid camera. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He looks nervous being this close to an alleged thief. So you're the Mask the Mask guy? He said it backwards. Yes, you bet! That hair. The cinnamon bun hair. No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated. Sort of yes and sort of no, if you know what I mean. What's wrong? Well, when I say wrong, I really mean to say is that it's not right, per se. You see, it's not spelled Mask the Mask, it's actually Mask the Mask. What's with this guy? Well, he's a timid little weakling, we know that much. I like his hair a lot. Don't do that! Don't look at me like that! I don't need your pity! And a major crybaby, too. So, why did you give yourself up? Well, you see, it's because, well... I know why. It's because you stole such a priceless treasure. Now you're overwhelmed with guilt, am I right? Priceless treasure? That broken old urn? I have a little favor to ask. Yes, what is it? Could you go and talk to Desi? Desi? So who is this Desi person? Please don't talk about my wife like that! I guess she must be his wife. I'm sorry, the truth is, it was my wife that told me to have you all come over here. Do you think you could go and visit her in my hideout? Hideout? Mr. Nick, what does he mean by hideout? Oh, sorry, naturally I mean to say my secret base. Secret base? Well, my apartment, actually. Palazzo Palpepe, 3rd floor. Let's go and have a look, Nick. To Mask de Mask's hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. Look, we really want our urn back, so where is it? I'm sorry, I'll give it back. I really will. Maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep. I'll just end up hurting people. Mr. Nick? I couldn't really hear what he just said, especially that last part. Mr. Damask, do you think you could speak up a little? Yes, sir. I will. I promise. Maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I really can't do anything. Mr. Damask, about the urn. The fading out text is a lot more smooth in the DS version. In the in this redone version, it's like just like 3 colors. Oh, yes, the urn. Right away. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but I'm afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway. Enough already, just tell it to us straight. Please don't yell at me. I'm sorry, that urn, I lost it. What? Lost it? What'd you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes or no, maybe so. I mean, yes, I lost it. What do you mean? Well, you know, I lost it. Like I said, these things just happen. You're on the train and you get distracted and you forget your bag, you know? What? You forgot our sacred urn on a train? Wait a minute, you went on the train dressed like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just lost it somewhere. I don't know where. This guy's story is more surreal than a Dali painting. Are you really sure this creep is Mask de Mask? I don't call him a creep. Although I do have to admit, I understand your doubts about this guy. What do you think about this? I don't really think I could help you with that. No, that's not it. Well, the thing is, I don't really know if I could say one way or the other. I didn't really catch that. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. I'm really sorry I caused so much trouble. If you're sorry, then you shouldn't have stolen it in the first place. But the only thing I did wrong was lose it. That's not right. I was wrong either way. I'm sure the owners of the other treasures feel the same. He sure seems sorry. Wouldn't imagine that such a famous thief would have such a pure heart. Oh, that's Mask de Mask's calling card. Pretty nice looking, huh? He looks so happy. I'm not very good at writing, you see, so I bought this book called How to Write Business Letters and studied hard. Well, I guess you could say I guess you could call thievery a type of business. Oof. Ron Delight, a young man who turned himself in as Mask de Mask. Bit of a pitiful guy. 23. What do you think about this? Oh. Him? Do you know him? He claims to be your archenemy and rival. That person... He's not my archenemy or my rival! Well, actually, no. Now that I think about it, the terms archenemy and rival are the same thing. They are rivals. Only people who have it out for each other would disagree like this. Ever since I was a little boy, I've always been interested in mysterious masked men. So that's what made you want to... So that's what you wanted to be when you grew up? Yes. No. Sort of, but not exactly. I never imagined I'd feel as bad about... I do now about the treasures being stolen. People sure can be complicated, can't they? October 12th, the Masked and Masks hideout. Wow, check this place out. No doubt about it, this is Masked and Masks hideout, alright. Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Huh? Who are you people? Are you Desi Delight? That's right, I'm Desiree. Ah! Oh, you must be the lawyer, and the victim. Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you. I'm Maya Fey, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nicky Boy and Maya, huh? I can't tell you how grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie. Well, you're welcome. Did she really call me Nicky Boy? It's Masked and Mask. There's a tape recorder hanging from his neck. Let me see that. I'll be taking this crown now. Better luck next time, gentlemen. I don't get it. What's this supposed to be, Nick? It's a bunch of cheap costume pieces arranged inside a nice frame. Look, Nick. It's a fake beard. There's also a mask made of cardboard. Here, Nick, try on this fake beard. Come on, try it. Hey, cut it out. Now put on the mask. It's Phoenix Day Mask! Let's borrow it for a while. No way. I'm not stealing from a thief. I have bad enough karma as it is. That looks familiar. And this thing looks vaguely familiar. Oh, I know. It's a fishbowl. Well, an upside-down one anyway. I think it's a helmet. An alien helmet. And that looks like a tape recorder or something next to it. I think it's a transceiver. An alien transceiver. Nick, do you think maybe you could act a bit more grown-up? Getting lectured by Maya to be more of an adult. That's a new low. That's the thing Old Bag was wearing in the last game. When she shows up in the last case. Nick, it's a torpedo! It's hard to believe, but it sure looks real. Where could he have picked up something like this? Please don't say that torpedoes are things just people just leave lying around. There are a bunch of books lying here. They're all romantic-sounding novels about famous heists and fantastic thieves. Wow, look at all the bookmarks and notes stuck into them. Let's see here. Note, must remember this thief's way of laughing. Very useful. Note, a calling card is an important piece of any good thief's modus operandi. Wow, Ron really studied his stuff, huh? Look at this, is tied down by an anvil. Whole bunch of stuff piled up over here. Duck and cover! It's a missile! Did you know that there's dynamite in missiles? But they're not heavy enough to be real. Oh wait, they're just really well-made toys. What are these rolls of paper stuck in the trash can? Theft of the Mazarin Stone, the Great Albatross Strategy. Theft of the Immortal Goddess Statue, the Great Knuckle Bomber Strategy. Did the police even investigate this place? Hey look at the top of the chair, Nick. Looks like an envelope and a letter. Well, come on, don't just stand there. Read it. Maya, you know we shouldn't do that. What are you talking about? That letter could be an important clue. No way. You can't just go reading a private letter because you feel like it. It's not just because I really feel like it. It could be important. If I was sure it was clue, I guess I wouldn't mind. About your husband. Isn't he the fuck? Sorry, I just did a whole bunch of crack. Isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though. A bit. By the way, did you know that they mentioned Maya on TV? Huh? Really? They said you own the urn and that you were doing something shady. They said that you own the urn and that you were doing some shady training at a law office now. Remind me not to watch that channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer they mentioned. I see. My Ronnie, he has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. He kept insisting he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me. I stole that urn, he kept saying. As if it was even possible. Huh? But are you saying he didn't? Of course he didn't. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that? Well, you know, it's a priceless treasure, and he's, you know... Is it possible his wife doesn't know his own secret identity? Me? Me? I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life. Oh, excitement, huh? Yes, I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line. You know what I mean? Well, I think that depends on how you ride it. I'm the type that can't stand living a boring, dreary old life with no action. No offense, but your husband, Ron, doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself. You're right about that. He's definitely not one for thrills and danger. But I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways. Other ways? Yes, money. Ronnie's incredibly rich and super generous. He bought me a bike that's so fast it would make your head spin. And shopping? I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day it actually happened. His head actually started to spin. Man, talk about a high-maintenance wife. So where does Mr. Delight get all his money from? Ronnie's a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? So they get paid tons of money in return. Tons of it. He's a security guard. I think it's my turn for my head to spin. Can you tell us about what happened last night? What time did that incident take place again? What time was it again, Maya? Well, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning. Ah, last night was horrible. I got pulled over. Pulled over? Yes, I always do my best flying at night. Flying? Are you talking about when you're riding your motorcycle? Yes, anyway, last night I got pulled over by a policeman. I can't believe he caught up to me. It was great. It was a great chase, let me tell you. When he finally caught me, the poor man was as white as a sheet. It was about 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Sounds like she's got an airtight alibi. What about Mr. Delight? Detective Gumshoe didn't help us. It was Officer Policeman this time. Yeah, hey. How you doing? I don't know. Sorry, still sick. I'm a little woozy, too. I think I might still have a fever. I don't really know. We weren't together that time of night. But when I got home, he was already fast asleep. So basically, he's got no alibi. Excuse me, but would you take a look at this? Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't the faintest idea. Guess I just don't get out enough. Oh, that's so mysterious looking. I love old stuff like this. Really? That's one of our most treasured possessions. There's going to be a whole exhibit at Lordly Taylor with these types of things. Maya looks so happy she's lit up like a 1,000-watt bulb. Terrific. You could count on Ronnie and me to be there. Sounds like fun. Huh. Oh, yeah. Ha 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 ha. Oops. Looks like that light bulb is starting to flicker. So what do you know about this? No, you can't show that to her, Nick. That emblem is top secret, don't you remember? Oh, oops, sorry, forgot about that. But the way she just said top secret was a worse giveaway than what I did. Oh, when I hear the word top secret, it just piques my interest like nothing else. Bleh. Right. Maybe that would elicit a different response, but no. Okay. So, Nicky boy, you're a lawyer, huh? Well, yeah. How do you like it? I bet it's so exciting. Yeah, actually. It's a little too exciting at times. Oh, I just love a good thrill. What a thrill. Nicky boy, it sounds like you have it so nice. This is starting to get awkward. As long as I got my motorcycle and my Ronnie, I'm happy. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that plus a little excitement and a little shopping money. Then I'm happy. Now she's starting to sound a bit greedy, don't you think, Nick? Ron Delight's wife seems to be a very friendly and outgoing lady. 23, just like Ron. I know he doesn't look it, but he can really get things done when he puts his mind to it. Really? So what exactly does he put his mind to it? Well, not very often, I admit. What exactly does Miss Delight see in her husband, anyway? Wow, you must have really seen skyrockets when you first met to love him so much. Skyrockets? I didn't know people still use that word. Excuse me, would you take a look at the... Okay. Mr. Light, you must know, right? About your husband and Masked a Mask? Masked a Mask? Of course, I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan. Yep, what? Huh? Biggest fan? Yes, and Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's how this whole misunderstanding happened. But wait a minute. Did you say delusional? Yes, that's right. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Masked a Mask. What? What? What are you talking about? That's really amazing. A master at your age. Oh no, you got it wrong. It's my mother that's the current master. Oh, I see. So what exactly is she the master of, anyway? Well, you see, it's lit... Don't say it, Maya. If you say spirit channeling, she'll laugh. Ouch. That hurt. So, when did Ron first become Masked a Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Masked a Mask. Huh? But... Wait a second. Look around this place. Look around this room. It's just so obviously Masked a Mask's hideout. No, you're totally wrong. A real D's hideout wouldn't look like this. It's because Ronnie's so timid himself that he looks up to heroic figures. Heroic figures? But Masked a Mask is a bad guy. So he's deluded, huh? Could that really be true? Anyway, if he really stood still in the urn, wouldn't he still have it? Well, I suppose so. Then why don't you ask him if he has the urn or not? She has a point. Mr. Delight isn't exactly the criminal type. But something about Ron's behavior bothers me. Maybe it's true. Maybe Mr. Delight isn't Masked a Mask after all. Say, can I ask you something, Nicky boy? What is it? I know I may seem like a bad girl on the outside, but the one thing I won't stand for is illegal activity. I had the feeling you wouldn't. You're tough. But I can tell you've got a good heart, even though you go speeding at night and break the speed limit. Somebody framed my poor Ronnie. I just know it. Could you give this to Ronnie for me? A letter? Yes, for Ronnie. I want him to fight back. Mr. Light. Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it all to us. Addressed to her husband, Ron. Apparently contains something important. Could you please give that to my Ronnie? The contents are very important. Back to the detention center. There I go. I didn't examine the balloon in the corner. Oh, that's so cute. It's called a hot air balloon, you know? Wow, there's no fooling you. I want to make my own balloon now. I mean, I say that every night. I'll even let you ride in it, Nick. That emblem on the balloon is supposed to be top secret. That's proof enough that Ron Delight is really Masked a Mask. Better not tell Maya. She gets kinda scary when it comes to celebrities. Oh, that's right. Here. This is from your wife. Hey, Robo Bunny Pops. Oh, from Desi? Thank you! Letter given to Masked a Mask. Actually, more like taken. How? It's solid glass. Or plexiglass. My dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine. He's clutching onto that letter so hard the ink is going to be squeezed out. He looks so happy. You should write a letter to Mystic Maya too, Mr. Nick. Mr. Lawyer? Yes. Yes? In the letter that Desi wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer. Huh? I know this would be asking a lot, but could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow. Hey, hang on a second. He can't be your lawyer. Why not? What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of this Damask guy. Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it. She said, poor man, he's deluded himself into thinking he did it. Right, Mr. Nick? Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband. Well, that's true. Or, no, actually not. Actually, it's hard to say. Oh, no, it's spreading. Oh, please, I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return. What should I do? Take his case, obviously. Well, Mr. Delight, I've decided to give it a try. I'll defend you. Really? You will? Hey, what are you doing, Nick? He's a thief. You can't trust him. Well, he may be a thief, but I think there's more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. Pearls? Can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you, ever. Pearly, wait. This is going to be ugly. I'll go after her. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. Guess I might as well start investigating. Oh, Maya, where's Pearls? She said she's going back to the office. Go check in on her later, would you? What about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. Delight's case? Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you. I think I'm going to cry. I know you have a lot of work to do. I really appreciate it. Okay, Nick, let's get this show on the road. Mr. Nick, welcome back. Oh, hey, Pearls, you're back too, I see. I went and bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea with it. Hey, Pearls, where'd you get the money to buy a cake? Looks like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention center. Yeah, this just happened 10 seconds ago. Mystic Maya, the tea is ready. Oh, thanks. Come on, Mr. Nick, please have some of this cake. Yeah, thanks. Pearls. Oh, excuse me, I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet. Hey, it's okay, I just cleaned it this morning. Too late. This might be a good time for me to ask about her. I first met Pearls a year ago today. Not today, a year ago. Why did I say today? That was weird. It was when that murder happened at Courtroom Village. I still remember what she said to me when we first met. You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mystic Maya's special someone. Hey, Maya, I've always thought it was because she was young, but... What? Pearls? I think she's got the wrong idea. About you and me. Huh? There's something you need to understand. What is it? It's kind of like a Courtroom Village custom. Sort of. There are hardly any men in Courtroom Village. Now that you mention it, I never saw any men there last time I visited. I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago. About how spiritual powers run very strong in the Fae family. Yeah, you did. And that's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right? Japanese Gerudo Valley. Yeah, the thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Courtroom Village kind of revolves around its women. Well, that's understandable. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages. Oh? Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Especially if the man has a daughter. Are you saying that Pearl's father? He's gone. He left the village when she was very young. Boy, that's tough. Yeah, and she grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. That's why she's so sensitive to things like that. Surely that won't come up at any point later. Pearl seems to love you a lot. Well, it's because I'm her only cousin, and, well, because of the murder case last year, Pearlie's mother is... Oh, yeah. I remember now. Pearl's mother, Morgan Fay. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now. Starting to wonder if channeling is cursed. I mean, how often has Maya gotten kidnapped or put on trial? So you see, I'm the only family Pearlie has right now. But it's the same for me, too. Maya, my mother's gone, too. Excuse me. So your mother's still missing? Yeah, and no one has any idea where she is. Maya's mother, Misty Fay, the current master of the Courtroom channeling technique. She disappeared 17 years ago. Whoa. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. But you're sure she's still alive, right? Yeah, I know she is. Sort of a spirit medium thing. Well, yeah, if she wasn't alive, you'd be able to channel her. And clearly she tried doing that. And if your mother doesn't come back, then what? Then according to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master. Mystic Maya, the master of the crying technique. Sounds like a pretty heavy responsibility. Yeah, but there's no one else with the blood of the Fae main family who's a spirit medium. Well, Nick, why don't we go out and start doing some investigating? We're not going to learn anything just sitting around this office. Yeah, I know, but first I want to talk to Pearls. Mr. Nick? Yeah? I acted like a baby. Pearls. I doubted you, even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. Guess I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick? Yes? From the bottom of my heart, I apologize for what I said. Well, that's okay. We're the ones who should be apologizing. Well, I'm going to go out now for a bit. Huh? Where are you going? I may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. I'm going to show you I can be useful too by finding some evidence. Hey, wait. She sure runs fast. Nick, let's back off and give her some room, okay? Yeah. When did you first get that porcupine cut? It's been like this ever since I was a little kid. What? You mean that's the way your hair is naturally? I thought you had some sort of special phoenix cut deal with the barber. I mean, you usually only see hair like that in a video game. Is my hair really that weird looking? That Desiree sure is cool. I love that whole motorcycle thing. The way she laughs in the face of death. I'm gonna try it myself. I thought you only knew how to ride a bike. Hey, don't forget, Nick, that's an electric bike. Electric? So young and already so lazy. Whatever happened to good old exercise? So the real identity of Mask to Mask is Ron Delight, right? That's what Mr. Delight claims, but I'm not too convinced about something he said. Huh? About what? About the sacred urn. Ayo. Didn't he sound a little vague on the subject? Yeah, now that you mention it, he said he simply lost it, right? I had this distinct feeling that he's hiding something. I just know it. That Detective Atme guy really surprised me. There was this certain something about the way he said Zvari. Well, he did manage to get the treasure that the mask guy stole last time, right? And he did it by himself, too. Yeah, I guess. That case has certainly made him famous. Looks like he does deserve to be called Ace Detective, after all. Detective Gumshoe's on this case, too, huh? He seems to show up during all of our cases. Can't be a coincidence. Maybe it's a sign that our fates are destined to be woven together for all time. Yeah, that'd be a real Beauty and the Beast kind of fairy tale, wouldn't it? If it wasn't for Mia, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Yeah, she told me you used to be really useless. Compared to how unreliable you were back then, you actually seem responsible now. Actually, you haven't changed that much, I guess. Maya praised me for a change. Hey, wait a minute. I'm sorry that Pearlie said what she did. Oh, it's fine. It was nothing. I'm gonna have to smooth things over with Pearls later somehow. I'm gonna really have to buckle down and get serious. Well, you're the future master of the Crime channeling technique, after all. Yeah, that and I have to play the part... Well, we've read this one already. Big sister. I think this is the same stuff, just without, Wait, this is different. Today it's sparkling clean. I guess Pearls must have wiped them out for me. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a row. They're mocking me. These are all Mia's. Wow, I just realized I didn't buy a single one of these. Okay, nothing doing here. Nothing here. Alright, let's go to the detective agency. October 12th, Atme Detective Agency. This is a detective agency? Looks more like the set of some B-grade horror movie. Hello? Is anyone here? Looks like nobody's home. Huh, what a waste of time. Hey, I know. Let's take that framed picture back with us as a memento. Don't you dare, Maya. Guess we'll have to try to come back later. What a creepy painting. It's like he's looking right at me. Look at him. Ah! Maybe we should put a big portrait of you up in the office, Nick. I can get it painted for you. Maybe you could pose while cleaning the toilet? I think I'd prefer something a bit more dignified. Whoa, it's a huge hearth. That's a fireplace. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right. Sorry. It's the exact same thing she said about the stepladder this time. Hey, Nick, what's this thing here? It's called a gramophone. In the old days, people used them to listen to music. Can't be serious. I think it's probably for purifying the air or something. I'll bet you 50 cents. Come on, what do you say? Forget it. You never pay up when you lose. That's one impressive bookshelf filled with some very impressive books. My Life as an Ace Detective, unabridged version, by Luke Atme, Ace Detective. Hey, he's even got one of those ships on a bottle things. Ah, would you look at that? There's a cute little Luke Atme doll at the helm. How cute. There's a microscope here, too. Wonder if he was researching something. Glass slides have some different names on them. This one says Atme virus. This guy's just dying to make a name for himself, huh? It's getting kind of irritating, actually. This desk is literally covered with all sorts of chemistry equipment. Oh, I just love chemistry. Say, Nick, I bet you didn't know this, but water is made up of carbon and hydrogen. No, not carbon, oxygen. Oxygen and hydrogen. Oh? Well, there's always alternative theories, I guess. If by alternative theories you mean the ones you make up inside that head of yours. How does she not know H2O? It's the weirdest thing. Maya! Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry, it's my fault. Your precious urn. Your precious urn! Please, calm down. What's wrong? Oh, it never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Notice how she's so panicky now compared to how she was in the last game, where she was calm and collected the entire time. Even up to the point where Edgeworth said, kill yourself. Jesus. Maya, I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. No, it's okay. I don't look it, but I'm good with my hands. I can make you another urn. Hold on, just wait, okay? Breathe, calm down, and talk to us. Forgive me. Forgive me! The folding screen of Qur'an's sacred writings, but I can't read what it says on it. Really? But I thought it was some kind of important spell. Ah, yeah, my mother read it and taught me to memorize it. I'll be in trouble if I ever forget it. Looks like the Qur'an channeling school's teetering dangerously on the edge. That's probably where the sacred urn was going to be displayed. Yeah, I guess so. Should I put my attorney's badge there? You know, as a replacement? I think it's a little too small for that. What about my Magatama? Now you're being silly. That's definitely too small. Wow, this is incredible. It's a tiny version of my whole village. Hey, I've got a great idea. We can make a miniature of your office, Nick. I don't know about that. The whole place is overflowing with junk. Ha! You'd die before you finish painstakingly recreating that mess. Well, we could always clean it up first. True. Don't worry, that line... I'm gonna bring that line up far in the future. So when did you get the calling card from Mask de Mask? Let's see, exactly 10 days ago. I was going to show it to the police, but that detective stopped me. So you asked for Detective Atme to help with security? Yes, in fact, it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seemed to know much more about Mask de Mask than the police. So you hired him for security even before the calling card arrived? Well, yes, I had a bad premonition that something might happen. But I've learned to trust my hunches. So that's why there's security cameras, even in the basement warehouse. Yes, Lordly Taylor is very serious about the security measures, Woo. It was their way of saying, bring it on, to any potential thieves. Well, he sure brought it last night, and even left a nice souvenir. Can you tell us a bit about the security for the Treasury exhibit? Treasure exhibit. It was all my fault. I never should have called this paltry little collection a treasure exhibit anyway. Why do you say that? The urn was that urn that was stolen was a pretty important object. Maybe, but its actual physical value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Zero? I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it more valuable. But the urn contains the soul of Mystic Ami. Anyway, I left all the security arrangements to the detective at me. But 5 days ago, I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Karine. Lots of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there. So maybe it was one of them actually masked a mask in disguise. So maybe one of them was actually masked a mask in disguise. No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. Knowing Adrian, she probably even checked out what they ate for breakfast that morning. Miss Andrews. I know. It's all my fault. But what's done is done. I'll make it up by making a new urn for you. Just wasting my time. She's too far gone. Yeah, she ain't doing shit for me. That pathetic-looking wooden box. Ah! That's the box that had the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on it. I worked so hard to make that... Wait, what? This is the same shit as before. What am I supposed to be looking for here? I'm really starting to like this thing. It's so cool looking. I'd like to strap it around my waist and walk around town like a samurai. Careful. Gumshoe will lock you up and throw away the key if you're caught. Where are the data? Someone did in fact go through those big doors last night, right? Yeah, I guess so. The shutter did go off once, you know. No clues here. I wonder if that detective brought this camera in with them. Good question. Let's take a look at it. Huh? It says property of Lord Lee Taylor on it. So it's borrowed? Kind of strange for an ace detective, don't you think? We were here with when we were here, Miss Andrews last night. The statue wasn't where it is now. Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it? Well, someone moved it. It was probably the criminal. Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mystic Ami while he stole the urn. Hey, cut it out. You give me the creeps with that kind of talk. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. Bottom left part is shaped oddly and it's shockingly pink. I don't see how the color of the paint is in any way important. Our precious urn was right there on the other side of these doors. Yeah, and according to the security camera data, someone was in there last night. What I'd like to do to him. Okay, we're not really getting anywhere here, huh? Oh, jeez, calm down. October 12th, the Tatami Detective Agency. Hello? Well, how lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere. We're actually kind of... Shh! Silence! Precisely as I expected. What is? Zvati! The truth has once been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium, am I correct? I think we've already been through this. Huh, so my estimation was correct. Zvari. How truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you? You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone last night. Precisely. That is my 5th encounter with my archenemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey. Heard you've been after Miss Mask the Mask since, his very first theft? His very first, theft. Yes, my dear, I see you've done your homework. In his very first heist, the vile thief pilfered the famous jewel, the Tear of Emanon. I first encountered him in the museum's sacred hall, the crime scene itself. So, that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit? Pretty sure Adrian Andrews hired him. Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Lord Lee Taylor and set up the perfect trap. Must mean the security camera. But I thought you were watching that area yourself, too. So how did Mask the Mask manage to steal the urn? That's the million-dollar question. What is Damask's modus operandi? Seems to look at you quite closely, yeah. There's something that's kind of bothering me. Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. After all, we were all but seekers, wandering alone in the dark. Well, I was wondering how Mask managed to steal that urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Mask. What the? It's a psyche lock. Psyche lock? Hey Nick, what is this psyche lock thing? Well, your Magatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I could find out what those secrets are. What? This Magatama has that kind of power? Maya, you're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized family heirloom, but Pearly was the one who actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. This is the woman that's going to take over the Crime Channeling School someday? So how do you do it? How do you break the psyche lock thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool. Can't wait to see it in action. Come on, try it out! Oh boy, I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. Mr. Atme, do you know about the Sacred Urn? I'm interested in one thing only, my dear, and that is Mask. Sacred Urn? Pfft, that has nothing to do with this case. But wasn't that what Mask stole this time? I'm a hunter, sir. The urn is nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. Do you yourselves remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw to pigeons? He's dealing us. He's asking us how many breads have we eaten in our lives. I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick. Well, anyway, it looks like he doesn't know about the urn. Sorry, I can't be more helpful. Yeah, we know. This man surrendered to the police, admitting that he was Mask. Maybe so, but I'm not convinced that he's really behind the thefts. He is. He sounds pretty sure. Just look at his forehead. It's all in the shape of his mouth and eyes. This is the classic face of a thief. It's unmistakable. Is there anything that isn't unmistakable to you? Not this person here, Detective Atme. Is something wrong? Did the cat get your tongue or something? That photo leaves me with a distinctly indistinct feeling. In this case, I'm afraid that perspicacity has been left... In this case, I'm afraid my perspicacity has been left wanting. I think he's trying to say he doesn't have any information. This will surely be Mask's final heist. Last time I came close, I managed to retrieve the stolen treasure. Mark my words, this criminal of humanity will be found guilty in due time. And then I, Luke Atme, Ace Detective, will dance with joy. I have no clue what you're blabbering about, but I guess I'll find out soon. It's pretty amazing you're able to tell what I do for a living. Oh, it's elementary, my dear, right? Elementary. If you really think about... Wait, what? Damn it. Excuse me, I burped. If you're really interested, the first clue is that hair. It shows that you're prepared to take on an attack. For example, oh, it's going automatically. From your clothes, and you were a policeman. The detective, you were a lawyer. After a combination of cold logic and intuition, Zvati, only the truth remains. Case closed, reference. Wow, impressive. Or maybe you just took a look at the attorney's badge on your lapel, genius. So how did you know it was a spirit medium? Oh, that was child's play. First, it's your hair. Both rare and enchanting, almost otherworldly. I thought it was likely that you were either a fortune teller or a spirit medium, but I didn't quite detect the wisdom one usually sees in a fortune teller. And so, Zvati. That left only one possibility. Well, they also have a bio about me in the treasure exhibit poster. Need to finish a bookwork of assignment. Hey, Karma. Sorry for your schoolwork. Can I do this now, or do I not have the ability to? I may not have the ability to, but you know what? We'll try anyway. It's like 200 pages. Jesus. Mask's MO. Detective Atme, you say you were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Mask commit the crime. It's due tomorrow. How much of it have you done so far? Well, now, I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed, I was guarding the warehouse. That much was true. But I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door. I'm not sure why, but this Atme guy is lying through his teeth. I know. I'll show him some proof. Detective Atme, I have here proof that someone went through the door last night. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. It should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you could see, the camera went off exactly once last night. What? But my monocle didn't catch anyone in the flash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned. What? Are you saying that I didn't do my duty properly? Detective Atme, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is why you're trying to hide it. If he's hiding it, there must be some reason. Some reason that he desperately wants to keep hidden. And I've got just a piece of evidence that should prove it. Okay, let's suppose you didn't manage to see Mask to Mask. In that case, the reason you didn't see it at the time was because you were fast asleep, using the bathroom, unconscious. You're done with the 80th page. Oof. So you got over half of it left. You have 7 modules to do as well. Karma, why did you put this off so long? Unconscious. I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is and show me some evidence. Oh, got it. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before you try again. I try again. Because ADHD? Yeah, but you can't let it go all season. Where am I supposed to go now? Divide it well and swap between the assignments to calm down the gremlins, yeah. What am I supposed to do? I'm actually like hitting the wall here. Oh. Actually, I have no fucking clue. This sword has a strange aura surrounding it. It's like it infused with the spirit of both anger and tragedy. Well, I'd be mad too if somebody bent me the way they bent this sword. Yeah, I guess that could be it. Oh, I actually have no fucking clue where to go. I'm gonna take a bite of my snack stick here. I'm figuring this out. I have no fucking clue. Snack? Yeah, spicy snack stick, you know, my go-to. That's quite a large portrait of yourself you have there. Yes, I wanted it to say everyone. I want everyone to say it. Yeah, there. Oh, I bit my tongue. Ah, ha, ha. Look at the workload. You lie down, cry, and rinse and repeat. Oh, Karma. How are you gonna function as an adult? Though you know what? I'm the same way. I put off all my work till tonight. Get the Gardettos? Maybe. Yes, I wanted to say to everyone who Fuck! Yes, I wanted to say to everyone who saw it, look at me, look at me. When the model's so fine, I knew the portrait would be aesthetically pleasing. That's nice. Yeah, you can do it, Karma. Just don't give up now. Work your ass off. Ah, so this music from the room is coming from here. Look at Me Elegy, composed by Look at Me. This lovely device is called a gramophone. In days of yore, people listen to music on them. Aha, that's just what I thought. Told you so, Nick. Nick was like, no. Ah, there's a cold breeze coming from this hearth. It seems you've fallen for my little deception. You see, this fireplace conceals a rather unexpected device. Yes, a high-tech air conditioner. Why would you put an air conditioner in there? In the summer, it acts as an air conditioner, and in the winter, it's a heater. Clever? The problem with the Gardettos is I can't eat those while I'm streaming. Because they're very messy. I don't know what to do here. Mr. Atme, you must know more than you're letting on. How did Mask the Mask manage to steal the Sacred Urn? In order for a secret to remain a secret, it must be kept a secret. Last night, Luke Atme must have encountered Mask the Mask. But why would he be trying to hide it? Nick, go for it. Let's break that psyche lock of his. I don't really think she understands what she's talking about. Well, it's been a while, but let's give this a shot. I must have the evidence. Gardettos are yummy? Yeah, no URL please sent me some, spicy ones. Back in, over the summer. And they were delish. They sell them at Walmart, but I don't know if my local Walmart sells them. Also, I don't live near the Walmart, so it's hard to get food from there. You want Yum Yums too? Everything you talk about that you eat in your country sounds delicious, Karma. I would kill to eat anything that you eat over there. The reason you weren't there was because you were... No, don't send me more stuff. I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put show me you were asleep. May I give you a piece of good advice, Sir Lawyer? What is it? I guess it's not the same as a theory. Not scientifically, anyway. You need to go home and take a long, cold shower and get a good night's rest, Sir Lawyer. I guess I need to think this over again. Unconscious. How would I know he was unconscious? Can't be using the bathroom, right? It is knocked unconscious, I don't know. You know, we have these chips called cracklings that are very chip, and it's also salt and vinegar. Mmm. I have no idea why I wake up 1:20 in the morning, work tomorrow at 1 a.m., 11 a.m. You should sleep, but you're not tired. Well, as long as you get 8 hours, you should be okay. They cost like below $1. Yeah, everything costs. It sounds like everything is cheap in your country. I don't think I have the evidence. I don't know where to get it. And the attention span of a goldfish? Hey, that's fine. Yeah, keep working. Why is this investigation taking over an hour and a half? Oh! Fuck, thank you. That's a good hint. That's a perfect hint. Wow, how did I miss that? I have the perfect sound effect ready for this. Unconscious. Because he was bashed in the head by the Shito. Detective Atme, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? Surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luke Atme, could be knocked unconscious so easily? The sword proves it. That's... Before the theft, the sword was in the hand of the statue of Ami Fei. Furthermore, at that time, it wasn't bent. Get bent! There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by this sword. Well, Detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. Trials and Tribulations. Can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say. So you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you? Clobber, what an ugly way of saying it, but I suppose you could put it that way. The coward struck at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer. So you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse? No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. Then my arch nemesis struck me in the head from behind with this gruesome item here. Ouch, poor Atme should have had his poor head examined. You could say that again. How could he have been underestimated the thief that badly? The mask knocked Atme out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Get bent, is that a command? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna bend you in half. Well, looks like we got one thing cleared up anyway. Huh? What? That Atme's the greatest ace detective in the world? No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Masked a Mask. Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably Masked a Mask. But you never actually saw him. And perhaps, but I just installed a security camera for just such a contingency. Oh. Last night the camera went off exactly once. Behold, this is a photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera. That's him! Masked a Mask! Look at that smile, he's so happy. He's so satisfied with himself. Photo of the storeroom entrance taken by the camera on the night of the crime. The thief can be none other than the arch-criminal Masked a Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such brazen crimes. Well, what are you talking about? So, what did you mean by a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. Should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate that. But how would you know about that? Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest ace detective to ever walk on the face of the earth. The most brilliant mind since, well, ever. Luke Atme. Well, I guess we ought to take a look just in case. Hey, Nick, remember what Detective Atme said? You know, the thing he just said 10 seconds ago. A green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. $50,000? This is a blackmail letter. Sure looks like a major clue, alright. Written with a fountain pen, found in Ron's room. Oh, someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a second, I promise. Oh, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. Wait a minute. I know that voice. Oh, Nicky boy, I'm so sorry, but I've got another guest. Ah! You're... Nick, it's you! And Maya, too! What a fluke! Ah, Larry! Long time no see. What? You two know each other? Nicky boy? Nick, do you and this girl have, something going on? Something? You mean what I think? I underestimated you, Nick! A gorgeous lady like this? And married, too! Way to go, dude! I knew it. Just when things couldn't get any worse, it's time to cue in the butts. Larry Butts. Ever since grade school, he's been... not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey man, that wasn't nice. I was your very first client. Quite the storied history, he and I. What we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Hey, come on now. You're embarrassing me. Like zoinks, Nick! And in front of this pretty little thing here. It's you two old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm going to check on my bike. Larry, he gay. I think he's the opposite of gay. Nice girl, that Desi. So how you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. So what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I last heard from you. And what's with those clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform for my part-time job. But I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. Huh? What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you, woman, I just don't trust him anymore. Got dumped again? Well, you know Benifer? I followed her all the way to Japan like 2 years ago. That's where I met the famous Caddy Tom, and my whole life changed. Benifer? Caddy Tom? I've never heard of them, either of them. I've never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Caddy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Well, actually, anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Woman. You're so... Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. Looks like he's still the same old Larry. What are you doing here, anyway? Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all. Well, actually, I picked this up while I was working last night. A wallet? You say you found this last night? Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Ron's wallet, found by Larry at his part-time security jobs company building, night of the crime. Hang on, let me see that for a minute. I knew it. Desi's picture is in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Hey, Nick, that's not what you're thinking at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. Oh, no way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here just to check out Miss Delight. So you said you found it at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform, you know? A security guard, huh? So that's what the uniform is all about. So what you found was... What time was it when you so what time was it when you found this last night? Huh? Why are you trying to ask that? Trying to see if I got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy. I guess it was around 1 a.m. in the morning, or around 1 in the morning, excuse me, on the first floor of our company building. What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there? Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight? Sure. Here, take a look at this. It's right here in his wallet. What's this card? It's a key card for the security company. See? It's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it. Said you're working part-time at a security company, right? That's right. Well, why are you making that scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Found outside Ron's wallet, apparently used for the building of his part-time job. So you're sure about this key card? Yep, that's the key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one's for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. It leaves a record? Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Larry, I need that data. Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi. It's times like these I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. Opens the KB Security CEO's office. Leaves a record when used. You didn't touch anything in the wallet, did you? Hey, man, be serious. You know what I was interested in. Mask to Mask doesn't look out. He's gonna be a victim of a robbery himself. Hey, Larry, what about this? What? If you got something to say, then say it already. Huh? A blackmail letter? Do you know anything about this? What? I don't know anything about Alexis, and that's the truth. Huh? What? I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. Can't they get Gumshoe and get the record? I guess so. $50,000? I don't have that kind of money. No, you don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Rhonda Light. Whew. Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot. Wait, I'm the idiot? Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right in the envelope. Yeah, so what? That's where I've got my part-time job. It's KB Security. What? Looks like I should really find out more about this KB Security company. You're 26 years old, right? Don't you think it's about time you took a long, hard look at your life? Coming from a guy who could only brag about how many times he's been rejected? I find that kind of ironic. Rhonda Light's name is Run the Light. Huh. And Desiree is Desire. I guess. I don't know. My friend picked up Rhonda Light's badge while working on the night of the crime. Age 25. Hey, I remember her. That's Maya's big sister. Wow, you really do remember. Yeah, who could forget a couple of gorgeous sisters? Hubba hubba. You hear that, Nick? Gorgeous. Oh yeah, that's right. When I defended Larry, Mia was still alive. Wow, you're even cuter than the last time I saw you. Oh, really? Yeah, you look totally different than 2 years ago, don't you think, Nick? Maybe it's because we're always together, but she always looks pretty much the same to me. Oh, what a cutie! Hey, Nick, so what's the deal between you and this girl? Hey, that's my cousin. Her name's Pearl Faye. Pearl, huh? Too bad. Never date two girls with the same name. That's one rule I can't break. I think the fact that she's only 9 years old would break some rules somewhere. Whoa, who is this? Come on, man, don't hold out on me. Forget about it. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Larry, I will kick you in the shins. Hey, now, I thought we were pals. I got a major thing for girls with black sleeveless shirts and glasses. How do you know that? And if they have an orange colored memo pad, I really lose my cool. Guess we're making that up. He can't really know Adrian, can he? Larry, what about this person? Beats me. What the? All of a sudden he's got nothing to say? I just thought of something. What if it's actually a really hot chick under that costume? Forget about it. It's a guy, trust me. Man, you're killing my buzz, dude. Boy, talking about someone who's a one-track mind. That Desi is one awesome lady, alright. It's been a long time since I felt this way. I think I'm really in love this time. A long time, huh? Yeah, well, except for what I feel for you, Maya. I don't think he even knows what he's saying anymore. He is desperate for a girlfriend. Even you could learn a few tricks from me, Nick. Yeah? Like what? Look at my hair, for example. It points straight up, right? But your hair, on the other hand, points backwards. That's no good at all. It's defeatist. You gotta aim for the stars, man. Aim high. I can't find a counter-argument to that. KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter. You know about it? That's where I work, yeah? In fact, I'm on the job right now. Huh? So what are you doing here, then? Well, the boss is away right now, and you know what it might do when the cat's away. Yes. Anyway, how far away is this company? Let me see. About 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, if you fly down the road, anyway. Well, this apartment building's pretty close to Lordly Taylor, right? And it would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Rhonda Light was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then... Whoa, and he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn. Hey, Nick, your phone. Hello, is this the Wright residence? Ah, Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Lordly Taylor to try to find some more clues, but... I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me that phone, Nick. Pearly, where are you right now? I was walking along and kind of found myself in front of that person's office. That person? Who? That person who doesn't act his age and always says Vari when he's excited. Look at me, Ace Detective. Okay, stay right there. We're coming to get you. Alright, I'm a little scared. Alright, let's go, Maya. Wait a second, Nick. What? That phone call just now sounded like a real cutie. Another one of your, special friends? Say goodbye to Mr. Light for me, would you, Larry? Creepo. What about this? Does anything come to mind? Listen, I'm a security guard. I'm not here to sell you juicy bits of info and chew the fat, man. Funny, you had no qualms about selling samurai dogs just 2 years ago. Leisure Suit Larry. More like puke at me, Ace Defective, yeah. Nice one. Excuse me. Oh. Bag! It's like I'm playing I'm on observation duty. Burp? Yeah, several in a row. I didn't realize it was going to be that many. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya. Pearly! I never thought I'd see the two of you again! Karma. So is Mr. Ace Detective out of office? Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were last here? Now that you mention it. This bag, I'm sure it wasn't here before. Looks quite full. Wonder what could be in there. Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. That's true. And truth be told, I have to admit I am kind of curious. Well, what's in there? Hang on a second. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels smooth. And kind of hard. Well, hello there. Ah! He's here. What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly. I'm really sorry. Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about... You afford to waste time lollygagging about here? What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Were you ever that kid at a big store that had to get help by the staff because you lost your parents? No. In fact, one time I stayed in the car, and then I came out and found my parents in the store. Because I got bored sitting in the car. And they got upset I left the car on my own. Tomorrow's trial. Zvari. Shall we say the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime? Wow, Nick, sounds like it's going to be really exciting. Tomorrow's trial. What's going to happen at the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic? You know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick. Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, Luke Atme, will take the stand. And then, Zvari, my testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. You roamed. One time you got lost and cried because you got found. Aww. Babby karma. Yes, all of you. I will unmask you all of the Thief's Coast conspirators. Conspirators? Hehehe. You're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There's a far more dangerous threat you will face during the trial tomorrow. What are you talking about? Sir Lawyer, if you're truly who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Godot? Who is this Godot person? It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, the prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. Godot, a legend or myth, men pin a lifetime of hopes and chance on the chance to simply meet him. Some wait forever, they would say, to meet him. Prosecutor Godot? But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick? It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But ace prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Huh. In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in this country. And you agree with that? Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atme of the prosecutor's office. I was that kid once. Can't even remember the story, but Pearl reminded me of that just now. You always came back or got found. Nice. Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. Okay, there we go. There's the reference. You have taken a step down the path of foolishness. To try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than a death penalty. Hey! Last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight is really Mask to Mask. My dear lady, times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature. Looks like we're done investigating for the day. Sir Lawyer, the stage has been all set and the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. A new prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. Oh, I need to take a second to... my stomach is, like, aching for food right now. I need some more spicy meat. Give it just a second. Whoa! Spicy. Alright, let's get it going. October 13th, 9:36 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4. Hey, Nick. What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the Mask to Mask Glossy I bought. You bought this? Where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Mask to Mask publicity photo snuck into the court record. Shot of Mask to Mask striking a pose. Come on, I'm guilty! Throw the book at me! Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lord Lee Taylor. I admit it! Ron looks like a femboy. Oh my god. He works at the femboy Hooters. But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean I didn't commit the crime. Normally when I say of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you... Yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please! Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour! Well, actually, I don't really know why you should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. Well, you see, actually the thief is, me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. Wow, doesn't even stay for her own husband's trial. What the fuck? To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Mask to Mask or not. But there's only one thing I'm sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll just have to trust Desiree. October 13th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 6. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? What? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. Never lost a case. Ah, he's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ha! None. What did you just say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost, never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. This guy's the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Trite. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. Mr. Judge, you allow a lass with a whip, you're one to talk. In any case, please give us your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder, how much can you withstand before you and your case break in two? The meme song, yep. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Sorry. Crap in my controller. Easy there, Cyclops. My name is... No one has asked you for your name, witness. Oh. Important thing you know is what you know. That's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness, first, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. We've seen crossover with Wright and She-Hulk, but we should get Cyclops, crossover with Cyclops and Godot. It's good. Masked and Mask's crimes. Masked and Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent us a card to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Excuse me. That's why we're sure it was Masked and Mask, sir. It fits his M.O. to a T. So the actual identity of this Masked and Mask is... Mr. Godot, what are you... There it is, number 1. Cup number 1. But we're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night. Hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you could grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please. Proceed. Very well, it's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, All we could do is show that it wasn't Mask the Mask who stole the urn. I'm gonna pour that hot steaming coffee on your face, yeah. Ooh. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zvari, author on thieves. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. Look at this name that never got a hot coffee mod, because that would require a lot of redrawing assets. The fact that this guy could slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal, except for maybe the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who even knows more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zvari, do you? Who is this person? Zvari? He sounds German. His name is Luke Atme, sir. Guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. Seems you're not the expert you claim to be. Oh, it looks like the thief and the thief's toying with me now. Looks like the thief's toying with me even now. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have, except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atme stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lord Lee Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real. Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Mask the Mask's emblem. His fifth heist, and your fifth screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't even know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Wow, looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Eminon. What's that, some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir, it's a blue diamond, a single rare diamond. Next was the Crown of Bungara, you know, that thing you put in your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atme retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his fifth and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. So, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. Oh, I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those connections... That's right, it means that Mask the Mask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Mask the Mask who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether or not Rhonda Light is Mask the Mask. But... Also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Mask the Mask that did it, maybe for the time being I should try to show it wasn't Mask the Mask that did it. Oops. I didn't mean to press that again. Whoops. Oh, I'm gonna take a bite while I'm doing that. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Mask the Mask would normally go after. Ugh! If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask the Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction, but argument made itself, I guess. Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Mask the Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now. Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Mask the Mask that stole the urn, then it must have been someone imitating Mask the Mask's methods. A fake. A fake the Mask? Fake the Mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I kinda like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. I'm sure ulcers and heart is okay with this much coffee, Cyclops. Goddamn. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake de Mask. Godot, a prosecutor is shrouded in mystery. He seems to know me somehow. That part of his mouth? Yes, it is. That little speck above his lip there. I was like, is that on my screen? Or is that a thing? What is this evidence supposed to prove? Ha! Well, it proves someone here is a fake, alright. It proves that this lawyer here is a fake. These prosecutors sure know how to twist the knife. This is no time to be impressed. Think it over again. When he stole the urn, his photo was taken, right? Who knows? Maybe there's something on there that shows he's a fake. Is she talking about the photo I got from Atme? Are you ready yet, Mr. Wright? Looks like I'm going to have to prove it. Happy. Ah, there's something missing. There's something missing. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ha! Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us what's so peculiar about it. It's right here, of course. You mean Mask de Mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to look at. Isn't that the publicity a photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo here is the brooch on de Mask's chest. A breach? Here? Bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Oh, I see it now. But the Mask in the security camera photo... Ah! He has no brooch! That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Mask is a fake. I've been fooled again! Order! It's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know how I... Here's number 2. Hey, now. You're gonna have a pity party. Invite me, too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this, too. How could you overlook such a large brooch? Ha! The brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? Ah! That's Mask to Mask's brooch. Where did you find it? I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? Must mean the Ami Faye statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy's one cool customer. There's 3. A little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Rhonda Light's fingerprints. What? The defendant's fingerprints were on the brooch. Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh, Phoenix, we have a problem. Found the shadow of Amy Faye's statue. Looks like it was torn off some clothing. Ha! You mess with Godot. And you get burned. He's been playing me like a violin. Played us like a damn fiddle! Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Oh, you're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound too good at all. Bailiff, please bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? One second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zvari. The truth has once again been revealed. The truth has once again oh man. Could be that the brooch was, touched by Ron while fighting the fake Damask, but Ron wasn't fighting the fake Damask. I don't know. I am done with everyone. Are you done with me, Karma? Zvari, the truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Ha! Not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. As a prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atme, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They either be best friends or they tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone in security detail. Yeah, you have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe is worth anything, that is. Why was this guy all by himself, anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. It's not a monocle, it's a magnifying glass. What I witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask to Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could lend a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specialty-made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I failed to see why the witness seemed so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We're not speaking of any ordinary thief. of the king of thieves, the great Mask the Mask, my arch enemy. March enemy? My arch enemy. Excuse you, puke at me. At least Mr. Detective Hot Gorilla Gumshoe is attractive and... God damn it, Karma. Why do I read your stuff without pre-reading it? That's what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well, proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. So that'd be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I've tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that they never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely. That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing my stuff, I'd be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is. Pigeony? In any case... That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask the Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Why am I rereading this line? It's not part of the thing I've already read. Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't even notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. Hereby W. Ace Dunce. Ace Babby. Just as I began to turn, I already read this line. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I seem I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as the photo's authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Why would I? Good. Let's continue with the testimony. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Huh? Well, actually, yeah, by a fire extinguisher. Reference to first case of the second game. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I had more brains to begin with. He may have brains, but the wiring to his self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then... About this 30 minutes. My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying he was out cold. So what happened during these 30 minutes? No one could say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he have not noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Maybe it's the brooch. Yep. Because how'd it get torn off otherwise? Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Mask the Mask. It is, in point of fact, Master Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. Wonder how that happened. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I could think of. And there's only one person that was in the position to have struggled with the Excuse me. I tripped over myself because I did burp. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Yeah. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness giving false testimony is a serious crime. No. Wait just a second, old-timer. Sir, old-timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Witness, so you're now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Giving false testimony is a serious crime, yet you never punish him. No. Excuse me? What's that for? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, agree completely. Fight with the thief. Indeed, it is true that I looked away from the door for one brief moment. However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights with only his fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! That's all she wrote. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask the Mask. Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. So why did you look away from the door, anyway? In addition to the camera, I prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I went to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. Put the volume up just a little bit. How's that? No, actually, now my voice is going up high enough. There we go. Perfect the way it was. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer? What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? About the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat detective and infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Royally Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? So that computer belonged to Lordly Taylor as well. Correct, well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specially designed by me, Luke Atme. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. Well, what's wrong, Sir Lawyer? What does that mean, discombobulated? Young people these days, they really irritate me. They all allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was it I was saying? Jeez. It's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, looks like we've cleared that up. You could go on with your testimony. We didn't clear that up. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, the thief that had no idea that I, Luke Atme, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shichi Shito. So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about you, witness? What about yourself, witness? You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? Well, of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Mask to Mask. This guy's a real piece of work. Can you tell us a little more about what happened there? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious? I assumed the Atme fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? You were blinded. So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of that woman. The statue of Ami Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's absolutely one thing I'm sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This Luke Atme guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Desiree Delight desires delight. I guess. What is this Atme fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I could tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the Atme fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique, after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness, we'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. Atme Doofenshmirtz looking at this. Never watched Phineas and Ferb. It was a little after I was done with children's shows. I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. Where's this third eye you're talking about? It's down below. Let me unzip my pants real quick. It's right between my right and left eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? So, lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. So Mr. Atme got hit in the forehead then? That's what he says. I got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Well, what do you think, Nick? I don't know. He got hit in the back, but if his back was against the wall... Oh, right. Ah. Yeah. Detective Atme, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun is this, Sir Lawyer? It's truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you've thrown down the gauntlet to my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. Yeah, he got hit in the back then. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where he hit you on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid this calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to go to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. What does that read? To err is to human, to forgive is divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Look how black and tarry that coffee is. Really, what's it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Mr. Atme is no ace detective. This Mr. Atme is a fake. Mr. Atme is masked a mask. I see what you're saying there, Karma, and I agree with you. The answer's simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually masked a mask. Yeah! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he managed to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made a more exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, masked a mask. But, Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows masked a mask. How would Atme be able to fit his nose in that mask? The security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor Department Store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? The mask's memo is pure genius, and so am I, Luke Atme, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, Sir Lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. The nose grows short when he lies. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you identify... Good old blend number 102. My personal favorite. Mr. Godot! The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. By the 9 divines, assault. Excuse me, Mr. Godot, that's fucking assault. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I like how the cup is just attached to its head. By the way, the Nendoroid for Phoenix Wright actually comes with a faceplate that has the coffee, with the coffee cup sticking off of it. I'll admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of a whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is a thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it better be as hot, as perfect as a coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see decisive proof you have. Quickly. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Atme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. But can I really do it? Assault and second-degree burns, yeah. The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact Mask the Mask is right here, has yet to be found. Proof? Of course I've got nothing. Ha! Just what I thought. That's another cup, so that's 5 now. Man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I have to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But, are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So, you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. Seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness is lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, then... Who are you? Oh, hey, she's back. That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well? That's... the sacred urn! Nick, it's the urn! Order! You, madam! That urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective, Luke Atme. Oh, Desi, you're the best! Sacred urn update in the court record, found in the office of Luke Atme, has pink splotches all over it. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Objection! Ha, pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have anything you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight. Is that correct? Yes. What about it? There's 6. Ha! How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered the stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of that good detective there. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more can only compound the tragedy we've been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Mr. Light. Please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove that the urn was actually in the Atme Defense Agency. Testify about what I saw. Show fingerprints on the urn. I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you going to do now? Come too far to turn back now. Atme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. I wonder who. I wonder whose face is in the court record. That's never in any other case. The defense proposes the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. It's pretty obvious. Remember, he said it was smooth and hard, and then he got interrupted in the middle of it, and he had to say that Maya told him to do it. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Gotta finish chewing. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time. But I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, I was just, Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on the urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atmey's office yesterday.
Objection!
Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday, at the Atmey Detective Agency. Ha! This blend, Cadeau number 107. I decided it's a little too bitter for you after all. Or it's a little too bitter after all, not for you. It was smooth and hard, right? The court would like you to stop talking about you and Edgeworth's love life. Don't wait for the outtakes, don't worry. Order, order, order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy's nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask the Mask. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Case fucking closed, baby. He looks like a certain big shot. Big shot. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atmey's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like this matter's been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. You're wrong. Wrong, I tell you. I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but bonk him. Ron, shut the hell up. The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judge. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. What's that, 7? Or was that 6? Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ha! Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir? If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Mask the Mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. Boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail. I swear. Okay, then. Talk. We're all listening. Yeah, look at his outfit. Oh, well, let's all have to listen to his confession. The Mask's identity. Being haunted by the blackmail. The truth is, I've been Mask the Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Mask the Mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see there, right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off. That's all. Being haunted by the... Yeah. I don't like the direction this trial is taken. But this is how every trial goes. At least with me, anyway. Notice that there's no murder. Ha. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through with the flying colors, I'll keep my promise, too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Mask to Mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for your cross-examination. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? She's already ashes. Yeah. Yes, it does. I lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should file a report with the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. No! So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, that proves he has a watertight alibi. Ron is a good ball, femboy. Oh. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry, anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee! Come on, Mr. Thief, don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it, I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there and made it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security's CEO's office. No! Ha! That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night, anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, looks like you need some more evidence, after all. This stupid kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's... What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yes, basically it says, bring $50,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, alright. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO's office, a full half-hour away from the scene of the crime. It's at 7 or 8. No, 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 no! Order, order, order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. Looks like a perfect case for the defense. Objection. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But, did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof. Not sure what I'd think of that. Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what they think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There's someone else who can testify. This is the person that can testify that the keycard was used at 1 a.m. that night. Larold. Who is this useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh? The question at hand is this keycard. Yup, that's the keycard they use in the building I work at. Why am I rereading this? Wrap it up now. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. 8, 9, I don't remember. Lost track now. Ugh! $10, actually. Oh, okay. So I got a hair in my mouth somehow. Well, Mr. Godot, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, the card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Found in Ron's wallet, used on October 12th, the night of the crime, at 1 a.m. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Master Mask in this photo. Ha! Looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough to brew a time. 2 minutes isn't it? 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... 11. Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be mask to mask. Good job, Nick, you did it! That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Oh, very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Tied up with a bow. That took quicker than the investigation. Court is now adjourned. And no one got hurt. October 13th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4. Nick, you did it! You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick! Oh, pearls. I got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? Now go home, goddammit, I'm hungry. Yeah, same. You should be ashamed of yourself. Ow! She slapped me. Pearly? This woman is Miss Desiree's Delight. Excuse me, this woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick! Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. No, you've got it all wrong. Ow, I'll never forgive you. Ow, a double slap. Pokemon reference. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the Sacred Urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky boy here. But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. No one knows double slap hits 5 times, yeah. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? Oh, but I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know, and I appreciate that, Desi. But the thing is... Come on, give the kid some time. He just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. Just thought I came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime's over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out with? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron DeLite was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLite was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? Looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. But I am a thief, I tell you. Ron DeLite, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. Not even Maya got arrested twice in one episode. You and I aren't done with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? Yep, essentially, Godot was tricking us into proving that Ron DeLite was at KB Security. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. DeLite. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Ah, Ronnie! Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? Wow, that's exactly 3 hours. We got this. Nice. Boom. Cool. Well, I'm done for tonight. I'm still a little recovering a bit. Also, it's almost 4. After this, Maya's going to be declared guilty for nuking Turkey. God. Yeah, that's going to be all for tonight. Thank you so much for coming, as always. You know I always appreciate it. I love talking to my friends while they're here. Thank you, really. Like, it means a lot. It really means a lot that you're, like, spending time watching me play video games. But thank you. As I said, there is a bit of a Twitch blackout happening tomorrow. I will not be streaming. Tuesday, I'll be back with the rest of this case. Wednesday will either be more Ace Attorney or it will be Indigo Disc. We'll have to see, because I think Indigo Disc is going to come out Wednesday night. So I'll do more that day. And then Thursday will be more of the same. And then, you know, just keep cycling through those until we finish. Anyway, if you want to check out more streams, my page has recommended streamers. And also Tetsuneku is streaming VR chat. Let's throw them a raid. They're having fun in... Ooh, I've been to that world before. Oh, no, I haven't. Cool. Alright. Well, stick around, say hi to them, take care of yourselves. I will see you Tuesday. Have a great night, and, bonks, 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 bonks. Cool, cool, cool. Take care, everyone. Good night.